Hey, hey, Thursday, December 5th. Let's see what we have going on for everybody. Gonna pull one card and one tea leaf card for each sign, and we'll do a quick 1 minute reading for your day, Thursday, December 5th. What do we have going on for our friends, please? Thank you. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. For Aries, we have Lovers. Taurus, we have Death, Rebirth. We have Eight of Pentacles for Gemini. Cancer, Five of Wands. Leo, Seven of Swords. And the Hierophant for Virgo. Libra coming in with the Knight of Wands. We have King of Wands for Scorpio. Sagittarius, happy birthday. We have the Emperor. And Capricorn, the World. And Ace of Cups for Aquarius. And Pisces, Ace of Wands. Wow. All right, let's see what we have going on. Aries, starting us off with the Lovers. And we have Crown. Honor and respect will come to you. I mean, overall, if you're in a relationship, great time to focus on the other person in that relationship. You know, I always look at this as a positive sign for building up relationships within our life. It doesn't always have to be romantic. So, you know, if you have a good partnership at work, it's a great time to reward them, to thank them for the work that they've been doing. I just get this overall feeling that this is a great time to be thankful for them. I also point out that we do have a bow and arrow here tattooed on her arm, which could be the sign of Sagittarius. So this could be a Sagittarius in your life. They might have Sagittarius placement somewhere, but overall, very strong sign on building up your relationships, putting some energy towards them today and focusing on that. If you're looking for a new relationship, very positive sign to get out there and meet new people. And then you have that crown. Honor and respect will come to you. Yeah, I would share that crown as well. Don't just wear that proudly with yourself. You know, when you're being recognized for something great, always remember that there were other people that were involved as well. Taurus, you have Death, Rebirth, and we have Feather. Someone you know is undependable and insincere. Interesting. Now, this could motivate this Death, Rebirth card. You feel like somebody's dropping the ball around you. It's going to cause you to kind of transform, to kind of like break away from them and stop relying on them. So that Death card is all about deep transformations and letting go of what's no longer working for you. And that's what we see here with this Feather card, is this undependable, insincere person. They're not really following through, and you kind of had it at this point. So this is a point of kind of moving on from that energy, not giving them any more chances type of feeling here. So definitely a difference for Taurus here, so a little bit different. That's why we have this rebirth. It's honestly, you know, I feel like you might have already moved on from that person, but this is kind of, it's like whatever's happening today is gonna even like push this even further down the road here for you. And Gemini, Eight of Pentacles, and we have Forest, muddled, unclear thinking. Interesting, because we do have this card which is all about following your passion. So some of you maybe are in this little gray area here where you're not quite sure what your passion is. You're kind of hesitant to get started on anything right now, I feel like. Eight of Pentacles is also a card of learning something new, learning a new craft, or working on something over and over and over again until you're a master at it. So keep that in mind. This muddled, unclear thinking, you know, I feel like this might be kind of unrelated to the Eight of Pentacles. I get this feeling that honestly, this unclear thinking might clear up by just doing something repetitive. You know, like I said, with the Eight of Pentacles is always a card of working on the same thing over and over again. You know, I picture like painting a wall or like laying bricks or something. It's just like this repetitive movement will almost like clear up this thinking, clear up anything that hasn't been very clear for you here. Cancer, Five of Wands, and you have Sun, happiness and well-being. Yeah, I mean, we see teamwork going on here, reaching for the Sun. Five of Wands can also be a card of competition, too many things on your plate, people aren't listening to each other, people aren't working together, a little bit of drama going on. But when I see it in this card deck, it does very much mean a card of teamwork and reaching for the sun. Don't get too close, you don't want to get burned, but overall, very positive sign for teamwork today. If you're in a team environment, this really shows that you guys are all working together towards the same goal for once. I think this might be a little bit of a difference, something they're not really used to. So today could be a very successful day for you in that aspect, and the happiness and well-being just shows very much just an overly positive day for you. With that sun card, the sun energy is always going to be a very joyful day, a day of abundance. So keep that in mind as you're going throughout the day. The sun is shining down upon you. Very, very positive. Leo, Seven of Swords, and we have Whale, great worry over nothing. Yeah, Seven of Swords can be a card of deceit, somebody being deceitful. I feel like some of you might just be feeling like somebody's being deceitful, and that Whale card is a great worry over nothing energy. And this is kind of showing that there really is no deceit, but you're being very suspicious of somebody around you, potentially somebody you don't feel like is telling the truth, or you feel like they're doing things that they're just not fessing up to here. The Seven of Swords can also be a card of just goofing off, practical jokes type of energy, because in the typical card we see somebody who's dressed like a jester practically, with polka dots and such, and he's sneaking away with the swords, and you know, he's not doing anything violent, but if he gets caught, he has the ability to say, oh sorry, I was just joking, I was just messing with you guys, playing a prank on you guys. So I get this feeling like this great worry over nothing, it could be, you know, maybe you're involved in some type of practical joke today and you thought it was more serious than what it was. Virgo, if I can pick up the card, we have the Hierophant and we have Needle and Thread. A sincere wish will be granted. Very positive sign there. The Hierophant card is all about gaining new wisdom, gaining new insight, spiritual insights typically. This can also be a card of seeking guidance from others, but you know, all of a sudden we see like this stairwell suddenly being rising up behind you here, and it's like you're finally getting access to more information. Like I almost feel like it's like a new download of information for you today. You receive something, some piece of info that's going to kind of open up this door here. Sincere wish will be granted, just very positive sign, you know, and keep in mind it does say a sincere wish will be granted, not a wish will be granted. So keeping in mind that, you know, what you're trying to create within your life, the universe will grant these things as long as you are being sincere, and it really is something that you need in order to reach this next level here spiritually. Libra, Knight of Wands, and you have Clouds, temporary problems. Well, Knight of Wands is all about new action, being ambitious, having a big move potentially coming, overdue changes in your life, overdue changes in your career. But you know, this can be like taking on new adventures. You know, I just feel like at this point we're dealing with some potential temporary problems, but they can be solved with some action here, because we do see the wands, and the wands are representative of fire, which is representative of action, physical movement, you know, potential career moves as well. So, you know, any problems that you have, there might be solutions to them in the fact of moving on, moving away from those problems. So if you have any problems that you're currently dealing with, how can you get those away from you the fastest? Because like I said, we're talking about movement here. So what kind of movement do you have to do to get away from them and make them very much temporary problems and not allow them to stay or overstay their welcome? Scorpio, King of Wands, and you have Scales. Keep your life in balance. I mean, King of Wands is all about action, not procrastinating. You know, every time I see the King of Wands, he's standing here and he's saying, have the courage to move forward. You got to go forward. You can't worry about what's behind you anymore. Some of you are replaying past failures or replaying things that have gone on in the past, and you can't look back. You cannot look back anymore. You have to just move forward. All right, so keep that in mind. It's all about moving forward. Keep your life in balance. Some of you might be just kind of overloaded with certain to-dos, and you're getting all out of whack. You know, I would definitely like make a list of what's a priority, refocus yourself, and get to work. Like I said, King of Wands, very positive cards, all about taking on more action, embracing physical activity, could be starting a new workout program, things like that. And, you know, I just want to stress that the King of Wands comes out because there's not enough action being taken. He wants to see action. He wants to see you go after your dreams. So don't just sit back and wait for things to happen. Sagittarius, you have the Emperor. If today's your birthday, happy birthday. You have bouquet. Compliments from an admirer. Love it. Some of you might be receiving some type of beautiful gift today. Maybe might be a little bit anonymous. So very nice. The Emperor card is all about planning out your future. What's next? Because we do have this chess piece. So he's planning out his next 3 steps. He became the Emperor because he was smart and he was determined to become the Emperor. So he outplayed everyone else. Keep that in mind, that when you are going about your daily to-dos today, that life is like a chessboard. So play your moves smart, and you can like really excel in life. You know, sometimes I think about, what if we lived our life more like it was a game? You know, would we be a little more free out there? Would we do more things? Would we take a little more risk? If that was the case, would we have more chances at success if we played it more like a game? But overall, the Emperor card is all about strategic planning ahead. And this card can also symbolize Aries. And I pointed out with Aries that on the Lover's card, she has a tattoo of a bow and arrow, which symbolizes Sagittarius. So maybe you have an Aries in your life, and this could be a very positive sign for a relationship between the two of you. And that flame took off with that reading too. I don't know if you saw that, so definitely some confirmation there. We have the World for Capricorn, and we have Jug, lighthearted, carefree time. Yeah, the World's all about completing a cycle in your life, ready to start anew, ready to go towards new challenges. So you've successfully completed something, you're content, you're ready to move forward with new challenges here. The World is a great card because we're ending the major arcana and you're ready to start over on a new cycle with the Fool, which means it's time to learn something new. It's time to go out on a new journey, stretch your legs, and take a little bit of risk, trying some new things. And you have this Jug, lighthearted, carefree time. So some of you might be just using this next month as just a time for you to kind of wind down and get ready for the new year. Maybe some of you are going to wait until the new year to really get started on something new within your life, to become this new Capricorn. So definitely a interesting sign there for your Thursday. And Aquarius, Ace of Cups. Love that. And we have Unicorn. Use your intuition to make beneficial changes. Yeah, I would say today this is a day to follow your heart and do things that your heart would truly feel fulfilled, things that are going to fulfill your soul. Do things for yourself today. All right, Ace of Cups is a card about new creative beginnings, emotional breakthroughs, possibly starting new careers that have to do with more creativity, that have to do with more expression of your creativity or expressing yourself. So definitely a day to kind of experiment with that, to write down what are the things that I would love to be doing today instead of what are the things that I'm currently doing. I think most of us are probably doing things that we'd rather not be doing. So keep that in mind as you go through your day. You have this Unicorn, use your intuition to make beneficial changes. Just focus on yourself today. I think this is a great energy for you, and a great, you know, I feel like these changes could actually start now and move forward into 2025, and it could be very, very beneficial for you moving forward. Pisces, Ace of Wands, dog far away, a distant friend is thinking of you. Yeah, I mean, Ace of Wands is all about new movements, new energies, taking this sign as a sign to move forward, a sign for action. Some of you, this can be a new sense of purpose. This distant friend is thinking of you. This might motivate you to go visit or plan some type of trip where you guys meet up somewhere, because it's been so long since you've seen each other. There just might be talk about, you know, we need to see each other. We haven't seen each other for so long. So that could be what this distant friend card is talking about. But the Ace of Wands, all about new energy, taking new movements, going after what it is that you want. It's time to move forward, Pisces. It's time to get started. Very similar to Scorpio's reading here. If you have Scorpio in your sign with the King of Wands, it's all about action. You have to get going. You can't just sit back and hope that things happen to you. You got to do it. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for getting me over 1,000 subscribers. I truly, truly appreciate each and every one of you. And I will see you in your next reading, everybody. Goodbye.